Frost Nixon. This movie, I had this movie for so long, and I'm like, what the hell? It's rated 7.6 on IMDb, and 93 on Rotten Tomatoes, 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. That is pretty high. And I was like, whoa, what the hell? Why is this one so high up there? I watched the movie, and I rather enjoyed it. But you have to understand this movie is about an interview with Richard Nixon after he was impeached for his Watergate scandal, where he tried to rig the election um, by breaking into a Democratic Party something. For a long time, I didn't know what the hell Watergate was and what the big deal was. But Richard Nixon was probably he was trying to rig an election and wiretap phones of the Democratic Party, um, so that he can strategically win the election. I don't know what he was doing. He was just being stealth about something. So Richard Nixon is a Republican, and he was impeached. And this guy right here is he plays David Frost. David Frost, which is I believe he's British, but he's basically an interviewer or a journalist or a news anchor, like those people that interview people, like Diane Sawyer, or like those types of people, like that Larry King guy, like those types of people. He's one of those, and he's just gonna interview Richard Nixon. The movie is pretty boring if you show this movie to a teen or to someone under 23 or under 27. I would say under 30. If you show this movie to someone under 30, they would be bored to death. This is basically a debate movie. It's a talking movie. And I found it pretty damn good how Richard Nixon was basically a politician. And this guy was trying to get him to say bad things, right? Because he's trying to get ratings. And Richard Nixon plays one of the best politicians in the world. At the end of the day, you realize that this son of a bitch, um, Richard Nixon, is just a politician. Politician, they'll lie and they're charming, and they'll tell you whatever to for you to get on their side and for you to love them and to like them. They could kill someone, and you tell them, why did you kill that person? And the politician says, well, I didn't really kill the person. The person was asking to die, and I just aided them to do that. And I was really actually doing them a favor, and they wanted me to do that stuff. That's kind of how like politicians are. They're full of shit. And this guy plays a great politician, Richard Nixon, a scumbag. Basically, all it kind of shows you that how politicians work, because I wouldn't say like Democratic or Republican and stuff like that. A politician is a politician. There's a famous line in Forrest Gump where he says, "He's as crooked as a politician." Politician is just a person there to get votes, to do bad things, to embezzle money from the taxpayer. It's not there to do anything good for any person, any citizen. Of course, politicians are patriotic. They love their country. Of course, they say that. They say, I love my country, and I honor the soldiers that fought for this country. It's all bullshit. It's all a facade. Even their smiles are facades. And that's what I got from this movie. It kind of shows you how a politician thinks, how scummy they are. And it's basically just a talking movie. It's just an interview with David Frost and Richard Nixon. David Frost, an interviewer and Richard Nixon, the ex-president, after Watergate, and they do a crafty job of really portraying a politician. And it doesn't matter if it was Richard Nixon or if it was Bill Clinton, if it was Democratic or Republican, the politicians are the exact same. They're liars. They're like charming. They're trying to get you to. They're great with their words and what they're debating. That's basically what a politician does. They're probably the scum of the earth, but they say, "Well, I'm the only one that can help you. I'm the only one that can change this around. Like, I'm gonna try to get you less taxes, and I'm gonna lower gas, and I'm gonna do this." They'll say whatever the f they want to say for you to vote for them, and once you vote for them, they forget about you right away. That's every politician, man. The older you get, the more you realize that that's the truth. Every politician, I'm not saying Democrat or Republican. I'm saying Democrat and Republican. All politicians, every single one of them. The more charming they are, the more you like them, the more of a piece of crap, the more better they are at lying. That's basically what they are. They're liars and they're thieves and basically crooks and criminals. And they're probably the worst criminals in the country are the politicians because they legislatively steal from you. And if you've seen my um, movie review of Schindler's List, all the Nazi things, all the things that the Nazis did to the Jewish was legal and legislative, and it was all passed democratically. So in that sense, I like the movie. But if you would like say, is this moving if is this movie enthralling? Is it one of the greatest movies ever made? Um, I wouldn't say it was one of the greatest movies ever made, but it's unique in that it's a debate movie. It's a movie that shows you how a politician thinks. And I wouldn't necessarily say it shows how a Republican politician thinks because I see them as the same thing, Democratic or Republican. They have their side and they have their thing that they believe, and they appeal to their people, to their section of brainwashed people. So in that case, I would say it's a movie that you probably should check out if you're older. If you're older than 30, it's watchable. Um, but keep in mind it's a talking movie. It's a debate movie. And that's basically it. It's not gonna you're not gonna see shooting or killings or you're not gonna see anything but debates. It's just a debate.